Okay, before we start here, I just need to let y'all know the level of dedication that's going into this right now. It is like 1 o'clock in the morning. I just finished my head. I know I'm gonna have no time to do this tomorrow, so I have to get it done right now. So if I sound a little drowsy or a little sleepy, that's why. But we're gonna be reviewing the Norvina palette by Anastasia, Beverly Hills. So she came out with this purple palette that is just like a paradise. Honestly, for like shimmers, like the top row is just what had me. I didn't even really need the bottom row. She could have came out with just the top row and I would have been good with it. I already have my base down. I'm gonna use the brush that came with it, just so you can see like how it works and how it works with these shadows. I am also gonna use a Real Techniques brush to like blend my crease. But for the most part, I'm going to try to use the brush that came with it, which is like a dual-ended brush. So like one end is fluffy and then the other end is like a flat, like more densely packed brush for you to like put your color on your lid. Let's get started, shall we? I think I'm gonna start off with Eccentric, which is like a really like a beige color. These shadows do remind me of the Subculture palette, whereas like they're very like softly packed, very pigmented colors. You don't need to pick up a lot. So I just like lightly tapped my brush into that shadow. And you guys know I'm always going into my crease with, you know, like a color that's like as close to my skin tone as possible. I'm gonna start using this brush now so you can see like how it works. I think I'm gonna go in with Passion. You guys know I love a dark crease. Like I said, I feel like with these it's better to lightly start out than to like put a bunch on and end up patchy. Don't want to do that. So and I started out like super light just because I'm like, when I was starting out with Subculture, like it was a nightmare because I was just picking up way too much product. And some people don't like that you have to like work with it a bit more, like delicately, I feel like, but I don't mind it. It is not one of those palettes where you can dip it in there and you see like hardly like any, like, I guess like fallout or dust in the pan. I don't know what you would call that. You're gonna see a lot of that, and I wouldn't be alarmed by it. Like I wouldn't be alarmed by it. That's how the Subculture palette was. So far, like I feel like that blended nicely with this brush too. Like it wasn't an issue. I didn't have a problem with it. But now I feel like I'm gonna do something that I don't usually do, and I'm gonna put a shimmer right on top of this in my crease. And I think I'm gonna go with Drama. Drama is like the darkest shade of the shimmery colors that she has up here. It's a very dark purple. There is lots of fallout with that, so just beware. I'm gonna have to go back and clean up my concealer under here, but there's lots of fallout with this Drama color. Lots of drama with drama. Now that one didn't go on as easy. Maybe it's because I'm using this end of the brush, whereas I would typically use like a flat brush like this to pick up a shimmery color. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll try my Real Techniques brush to pick some up. Cause I just want a bit more. That applies it a little bit better. So maybe you just need something that's a little bit more densely packed for it. Like I have like the tiniest, I don't know if you can see this, but I have the tiniest bit of shadow on this brush. And I'm gonna blow some off just cause I don't want, oh yeah, I feel like you should just, when you're applying these top rows, if you're trying to go in with any of them in like in your crease, I would totally skip trying to use like that fluffy end of the other brush and just find you a blending brush that's like a bit denser. Like this is the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. It's fluffy, but it's still pretty dense, so where like you can pick up a shimmer like that. So I would just skip trying to use that one altogether, or the brush that it came with. I wouldn't be trying to use that fluffy end for any of these shimmery ones. This is new for me. I usually never ever put like a shimmery anything in my crease. It usually only stays on the lids. I feel like too, using this brush on this eye, I didn't have as much fallout, so I am gonna go back with this brush, but I'm gonna use this end, and I'm trying to think of what color I want to go on my lid. We're gonna go with rose gold. So with these, I feel like you don't have to be worried about picking up how much you're picking up because you're not trying to blend it. So I feel like you can pack on as much on your brush as you want to. And I'm just gonna apply rose gold, kind of doing like a, what do they call this? Where they just put the light color in the middle. Can't remember. I like how it's applying though. It's applying just fine with this brush. It is very crumbly in the pan though. So again, I wouldn't recommend like digging into the shadow in the pan like that. Don't do that. So with all shimmer shadows, what I do is I go and lay down the color first, and then I go in with my finger, because I feel like I really just get the effect I'm looking for when I use my finger. Again, lots of fallout, but the color is pretty, lots of pigment. And then I'm just gonna go back around. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm gonna keep the same brush, and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Celestial, which is like a brighter, like purple shimmery color. And I'm gonna like blend this like right into like my outer corner slash crease. I just think it's a pretty color and I wanna use it. Yeah, I like that, that's pretty. Just a little bit. I'm gonna blend it in with rose gold here. Let me tell you, the amount of fallout that's on my face is insane. Like, there is a lot of fallout all over my face. Rose gold was the one that had the most fallout. But the highlight that I'm using is rose gold, and it kind of felt like a lot like right here, so that's where I'm gonna put my highlight anyway. Then I just went and grabbed a small brush like this, just because like, so this brush is dual ended, but I'm definitely not gonna go under my under eye with this or this after I've just applied rose gold. So I'm gonna take, this is like a little elf brush, I don't know what they call it. And I think I'm just gonna pick up Passion just a little bit. Make sure you dust off any excess and go right underneath my lash line with it. So that's the final look. I actually really like this palette. The palette's $40. I don't mind that price tag. Like, I think it's like $42. I don't mind that price tag. Like, I would happily pay $42 for this, just because I love like these shimmer shades on top. Like I said, I could take just those. The bottom row, like, they're cute. It's not as many mattes as you think. Like, they look matte, but they're still like like have a pearlescent look to them, but you could definitely like use them for your crease and stuff like that if you like a more matte crease. I just wanted to try something a little different. I've never done an all over like shimmery eye before. Downfall or like drawbacks or something you want to be aware of: there's a lot of fallout. Like that's just plain and simple. Like there's no way around it. There's a lot of fallout. If you're used to like picking up a lot of eyeshadow, don't do that. Like you want to start small and build your way up, because that's when you end up with like patchy looking eyeshadow. Some people don't like that. They feel like, you know, that's not worth their money. I personally don't mind it as long as like I know how to work with it and create the look that I want, then I'm fine with it. Yeah, and the color is layered very nicely too. Like I don't feel like I have like any patchiness or issues with like how the color is layered. I use 5 colors. I use Eccentric, Passion, which is 2 of the mattes, and then I use Drama, Celestial, and Rose Gold, which is 3 of the shimmers. And I feel like they layered pretty well. Like I didn't have any issues with them like layering or getting patchy on me or anything like that. That's all, y'all. For tonight, I showed like a few clips when as soon as I got the palette, and they're like, when is the video coming out? I'm like, hold on. Also, I know y'all are gonna ask questions about this hair. I have something up in my IGTV. It's either in my IGTV or the highlights on my Instagram page, so make sure you're following me on Instagram. Go look at it. Do not forget to visit the blog, niaraalexis.com. You see a lot more fashion content on there, if that's what you're looking for. And also, you have made it to the end of this video, so you might as well just subscribe anyways, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and my tired self is going back to bed. Not back to bed, but I'm going to bed. But I'll see you next time.